maintainability.tv. My name is Margaret. I'll be your broadcast engineer for today. I hope y'all are having a lovely day and that it's all going well. Okay, the schedule is a little bit inaccurate. I need to tweak it a little bit. Hold on. We're gonna do a thing very speedy like, and then I'm going to ramble entertainingly by saying absolutely nothing for a couple seconds. We're at full access next week, pretty much. So Nick will be off. We do this 5 days a week. Next week we'll be at a conference. We'll still be streaming from the conference, so don't worry, you'll still get your FM Training TV fix. Nick is busy currently and working on a AI series, which is really awesome. I've gotten a lot of cool emails from you guys talking about how much has been helpful to you and how it helps, adjust how you interact with AI, which becomes increasingly important. There was an interesting discussion in our Todd conversation last week where Todd basically posited that AI is basically like a new platform, like how mobile is a platform and how PCs are a platform and all that jazz, and web is a platform. AI will essentially become a platform in and of its own right, which means that it becomes increasingly important for us to know how to work with it. With that all being said, if you'd like to support the channel, feel free to come down here and pick up one of our annual subscription bundles. And every once in a while, people go like, man, I want to use FileMaker and learn FileMaker, but the streaming format does not work for me. Feel free to watch our videos. They're highly edited. They are they're animated. They're short. Like generally, the average length is around 10 minutes long. We cover a huge variety of topics. Otherwise, uh, feel free to also write us a review at fmtraining.tv on Google. That helps us with our SEO. And then the last little announcement I've got is that if you would like to try out some new Claris products, they are currently doing stuff in ETS at the moment. So feel free to send an email to ets@claris.com and request that you be integrated into the ETS adventures. They're busy trying to get a lot of feedback from a lot of people so they know they're heading in the right direction. With that all being said, I think I'm inclined to hand it over to you, Nick. Nick!
Yes. The thing is about AI, right? So you have multiple ways to use AI. Of course, I will come about how to use AI, and I come with interesting things that we can do with AI without using, for example, without to use like a NN8 stuff like this, because here's the problem, and this will become a big problem, If you need to pay a subscription for AI, plus a subscription for the endpoint, plus a subscription for whatever, right? So yeah, at one point, you have 2 billion subscriptions, and that will become a very, very expensive. So what I want to do is to leverage all the potential of one place and learn how to use it. Right? For example, today, this series I do is how to use the AI to be like your companion, your colleague, your personal FileMaker developers. Okay, more than this, to improve performance in your file. Remember, we had a webinar, we have a series about performance. And this is where AI is the best. So let me show you something. Yesterday, so the AI pretty much generated to me many files, many CSV files. So things like this, right? So we narrowed down to 2 main TO, right? With the goal. So let me refresh the mind of people. Where's FileMaker? Okay, here. The goal was to sever 2 connections that I must cut, right? Which is the connection between this world, which is giant, right? And this world, right? Which is giant as well. So this is what we want to do, right? Is to cut those two worlds that are together. But doing so, so I want to cut this I want to sever this, and everything that goes like this, this, I want to cut this stuff, all of this, all of this. It needs to go away. Replaced by its dedicated relationship, right? So instead of going from here to here, right? Well, I'm going to add another relationship that goes to contact and use that one, right? So that means I won't have this world and this word connected together anywhere. So I told ChatGPT, say, okay, I want you to narrow down to those two worlds. That means it stays in the boundary of those two worlds, right? But also I said, well, if there's anywhere else where I refer to that or that, I want to know. Could be a mistake, right? Bug, and can have dramatic impact in performance. For example, let's take an example that we found yesterday. So yesterday I was, looking that file which ChatGPT generates for me with potential problems, with calculations, right? For example, here I have a lookup or calc, whatever. And I was looking, I'm not too much interested by this, right? This one, because this is an A to B configuration, A to B, A to B, A to B. I'm not too much concerned about this. What concerns me are those, boom, contacts, right? This. So, for example, I said, so that you see that the first in the list, right? In the list, I said, okay, but the first that concerned me. Contacts from that billing node by sites. I said, oh, what the heck? So here the catch. To show you the problem that this file had, okay? Where is the site? Okay. Billing notes. So this here, billing note by sites, right? So I renamed that since then. So that's why the name changed, but this is it. So billing note by site, right? This relationship, it's a table. Okay, so I go there, and the table is billing notes by sites. So, and the field is contact name. Okay, so I go to the field contact name, and what did I discovered? Right, what did I discovered? I discovered this, this. So I said, okay, I am here, and I'm calling a related field to contact. So what is the problem here? First, if I had severed the contact, or I would have destroyed this. This will have been destroyed, broken. But something else I discovered, I said, wait a minute. That means from that relationship to go to contact name, to go to contact name full with that relationship, this is what FileMaker need to go. From here to here, from site to parcel, to parcel to contact. So 1, 2, 3 level. So the relationship had to go from this to sites to parcel and then contact. This is how bad it was. This is how bad the solution is. So without ChatGPT, it would have been impossible to track this, right? So instead of doing all of this, going to site and then to parcel and then to contact, instead of doing this, well, I created a new T45 billing node by site world. I built a new world, okay, with a relationship to the cross-reference table contacts. And then now I have a new contact name that goes from T44 to T44A, and I'm getting the contact. Okay? So instead of doing all of this, I create a new, and I replace that crazy relationship by something A to B. A to B. What I'm done here is exactly to do what I've done before, like contacts from billing nodes to site to parcel contact. Instead of doing all of this, I'm going to billing nodes to contact directly, A to B. Of course, in terms of performance, this is way better. But how you can figure it out this without ChatGPT? So now I got a new idea. And this is what I ask. So it took 8 minutes. So I take it. I asked before the webinar because I don't want you to wait for 8 minutes, right? So in table related to TO billing note by site, the field contact name has an auto entry calling a field contact. In this circumstance, this means the calc go through billing node by site to then parcel and finally contact. Okay? So I gave ChatGPT an example. I said, okay, look this relationship. Okay, look this mess. And I said, now you see the mess. I want you to find me all fields that have the similar problem of calling fields down more than 2 relationship level. That means more than A to B. 8 minutes later, almost 9, absolutely. I read your relationship and scan every base table except contact. Yeah, because it did it. So I've done this work. This work of analyzing contact and parcel has been done. So automatically, he's smart enough. That's why I'm saying Claude and whatever other AI, they are crushed by the smartness of ChatGPT. I'm sorry, right? He understood, he learned, he understood that don't do that again. Did I ask for this? Did I ask that? No, he assumed, right? Because we did before, right? So, except for parcel, then traced the relationship graph to find field whose formula, lookup, reference, whatever, a TO that more than 2 relationship away from the field context, 3 plus hops, deeper than A to B. Okay? So it did all, right? So he found some 3 hops. So that means fields that are, bad, that are nasty, that we drain the performance down, okay? Fortunately, they are not really, that means the file is not that dirty, right? It's not that dirty because I have only this in, let's say, very low key, not important, not really relevant tables, like the activity logs, notes, okay, site notes, which is not obviously not the main table. Why? Is because we spend so much times, cleaning that file. Okay, so it starts to be cleaner. Okay, so here the file that he gave it to me. Okay, so let me look for that file. Okay, so I don't have a lot of, oops. So I don't have a lot of, let's for piano again. No. I don't have a lot of fields, right? So max hop instance, right? So only 3. So I have those which are nasty, okay? They go deep with contacts, companies, and other contacts, right? So I go deep 3. That means in site notes. So if I go in site notes, okay, contact name, I will have the same problem, right? It goes down. So if I go, I don't even know where site notes here is, but it should be, sites, where site notes? I don't even know where is site notes. What's the name? Where's the file? Here. So site notes. Okay. Here, site notes. So you go there, right? So, but it's not this one. It should be another one. I don't know where it is. But anyway, so I need to remove that, it should be here, by the way, site notes. It should be this one though. Obviously it should be this one, site notes here. So this contact name, so it's going, so the contact goes from here to here, from the same thing, from here to parcel, and you see what I mean? So do you want me to show you how we clean this? Okay. Do you want me to show you how to replace, how to fix the problem like this? Okay. Do you want?
Yes.
Okay. So first we need to discover, do I have already a T something for site notes? Well, I don't. So that means I don't have a world for site notes. I don't have a world. That means anchor buoy. I don't have. So let's create one, right? I need a world for site notes. So let me check if T46 is available or T44. T44 available. I have nothing with T44. You know what I mean? T45 I have. 46 I have nothing. 44, 43, 42, 40, 41. 40 I might have T40 though. No, I don't. See? From T30 to T45. So I can use T42. Let's use T42, okay? Okay. For site notes, okay? So I'm going to locate myself from here. I'm going to duplicate this because it's quite similar. It's not really important, but it needs to be fixed. So let's call T. So I want to go to site notes, okay? So I want to go to site notes, call it 242 site notes. Okay? Boom. I have my world. Okay. Can change the color, make like this. Okay. So now here's the catch. So bear with me. Why the guy did all this? He went to site notes, then to obviously it's a note attached to a site. Okay? So that's why it started from here, right? Attached to sites using the site number primary key. Okay? Correct? So he used an ID to connect the nodes to the site. But then he wanted to get the contact name related to that site. But I don't have in this site table, I have nothing to gather the contact. Okay? Here, I have nothing to gather the contact, right? I have only the site's ID, but I don't have, I can't grab contact. So the guy said, okay, I cannot grab the contact, but I can go to the site. Then I can go to the parcel. So I can go from the node to the site. Then the site is related to the parcel, and the parcel is related to the contact. Ergo, from the node to site to parcel, I can get contact. Okay? You know what I mean? All this blah, 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 blah. And this is where my best friend and your best friend should be the same best friend. We should have the same best friend, which is what we call a cross-reference table. What is a cross-reference table? Let's say I want to connect one table with another one, and I have no way, right, to connect them together. So, for example, let's draw something, okay? Let's say I want to connect nodes, okay? In nodes, I only have ID sites, right? Correct? But I want to get to contacts, right? And here I have only ID contact, right? So I have the foreign key IDF sites. That's from nodes. Then I have sites where I have the ID site, the main key, okay? And then I have a contact. So how I can get those, how I can relate those, right? Well, I'm creating a cross-reference table. This is why we call that XREF, cross-reference. Contact or site, whatever the name, sites to contacts. And here I put, okay, this site related to this contact. So now this table, okay, is connected to sites and contacts, right? Is doing the bridge between site and contacts. So now I can, from here, I can go here through here. Correct? So far, so good. Do we follow people? Right?
Yeah, are we
Ergo,
following along, everybody?
ergo,
Yeah.
ergo. From here, I can also get here. I can connect. I have ID site. So I can go there. Just what I need to do, right? In this cross-reference table, when I connect to site and I connect to contact, right? Okay, one record, we have the ID of the site and the ID of the contact. One record. So now, in this cross-reference table, what can I do? Okay, let's grab info. What do I need? Oh, the site name, the contact photo, the contact phone, the contact ID, the contact address. I can gather info, the minimum, like a business card, right? Like a business card. I don't want to combine both tables, site and contact in one. No, I just want to gather the bare minimum. Okay, the bare minimum, and because just some stuff, business card. Okay, I don't want to gather all the contact table or all the site table, right? No, I just want the bare minimum. For example, why all this madness? Why all this madness? To get the contact name, a mere name for a mere first name, last name. I'm doing all this madness to go to site and parcel and contact and what. I'm draining down all, I'm taking down all the ship like the Titanic for a mere contact name. This is what happened, right? So, okay, what I do now, since from notes, I can't go there straight because I have ID, site. I can go site, but I want something on contact. Okay, let's bring in the cross-reference the bare minimum, like the site name, contact name, whatever. So now, from my world, the T42, I can say, okay, I go to the cross-reference table. I call that T42A from site notes to cross-reference free contact site using the IDs F site. Boom. So this and this. No. Sites with the site number. Yeah. Okay. Site number. So now in the calc, so I have my world T42 to T42A, A to B. I'm going to my table site notes. I'm going to my contact name, right? And I'm replacing that madness. I start with my T42 world, I have my world. I go to my T42A and I'm getting the contact, which is contact name. That's it. Right? Fixed. It's fixed. So I removed this all and I create my own T42 world, right? Which I need to create all those worlds. T42. I have a T43, T44, T45, and T46 to create. All of those, by the way, the contact activity logs, the site, the billing. I need, like the company name, right? I need to do the same for the company name, right? So so I need to do the same here. This billing note by site, I did it. This is fixed already, right? So now so I need to fix. So, but how I know that in site node, which is a remote, it's it's the butthole of the universe. It's like the Tatooine of my is the Tatooine planet of my solution. Okay. Who knows that in Tatooine I have a field that goes to 10 relationships to get a mere first name, last name, right? How you know if you don't have ChatGPT? Tell me. You can't. So now you understand the beauty of this. Okay. You understand the how this is powerful. Did you get it? Right? So now I want to address this discussion we had. We have the Google AI, and then we have the Walmart AI, and soon we have the whatever AI, and the Pornhub AI, whatever. So well, you can't have. So you have two choices. Try to use all the AI available in the market for free, which means you will never have a result acceptable and you will never have a good result. Or you can pick one, stick with it, pay the fee, and teach the AI and improve the AI yourself, right? So you need to pick your AI. You cannot say, okay, I'm using Gemini for this, and I'm using Claude for that, and I'm using ChatGPT for this, because you will have and all of those for free, because you can't have, or you can subscribe to all of them and have like $1,000 a month of subscription in AI, right? So you can't. So here, my personal, let's say, feeling on this, based on my experience, that almost more than a year now that I'm using AI. I started using AI way before that trend was there. I was using AI in my we talked about that recently. My photo gallery, that FM gallery, my photo app that I built FileMaker, and I was using AI for this to recognize a photo. That I was using an AI named Clarify. I'm talking about that in 2016, right? So it's not new for me. Clarify, right? So it's an AI for whatever photos and stuff like this, right? So it's a AI for photo, most of it, okay, and visual inspections, right? So it's a RAG and generative AI, so you can generate, so it's a very powerful AI. So I was using this pretty much. You send a photo there, and it tells you everything about the photo. The the dominant colors, who is there, where, if it's sunny, what the building, what the brand of the car, the year, it's tells you everything, right? So and so you can use dedicated specific AI for dedicated specific work task. Okay. You can use Claude for generating PDF if you like it, even though if you teach ChatGPT to do that correctly, he's doing a better job. So that always the same thing is teaching and improving the AI yourself. Investing time to teach and and improve. So if you take the time, ChatGPT is much, much better than any others. I realize it, right? I check, I've approved to myself, right? Because I use the others, right? They are very complicated they tend to be good at what they do out of the box, but you can't push them. Okay, you can't. Okay. So, and well, here you can. Okay. So, and obviously here, with a mere prompt or whatever a mere question. So he understood what I wanted. He understood by himself that I wanted to remove context and parser from the reasoning because I've done it. So I don't need that, right? So obviously, he scanned the whole solution. He gave that to me, right? Which it looks nothing, but if I wanted to check this, I would have to check every single calculation of every single field of every single table of that solution. And there's no way base element can give me this, right? So do we have any questions?
Any inquiries? Yeah, people are saying they've got it. So they are understanding what you were saying.
Okay. So now, this file where, so you understand what I want to do, right? So I want to make A to B, A to B, A to B like this, okay? So unfortunately, this file is so giant, and that the beauty is because it is giant that it had value on its work. Because a simple file, well, you can figure out very easily, right? But when you have something that massive, right, and you want to find out all the problems, right? So I could also, for example, now that I did that, so let me save this. So now that I did this, I can go here and switch to layouts. Okay. And I switch to the Pro, I switch to the Pro model. Okay. And here I said, okay, I want you to list me all layouts with parcels. No, all layout with a related fields and or related or poll I want it or layout with a related field or poll pointing to parcel TO other than parcel other than layouts pointing, but I don't want that pointing to parcel itself, right? So I'm going to, that will be, so there's a lot of layouts, right? So I want you to list me all layouts with a related fields or and or polls pointing to parcel TO, okay? Okay, so let's see what it will say about that, right? And at the same time, do we have any questions on
We
YouTube?
following everybody? We watching? Are we good? People are saying they're still listening, so I think
Okay.
good. People
Yeah.
are saying
So
good.
yeah, did you guys try something like this? Did you send her, have you tried since you have you tried to do something with ChatGPT? I mean, never. Okay. So to give to ChatGPT the knowledge of your file. So if your file is smaller than this one, you can generate a DDR and send it to, in one file. You send it as XML, not HTML. You send it to XML, when you generate the DDR. So you go and you generate the DDR and you select XML, right? Of course, if the file is too big, what you need to do is you generate one file with the relationship you create. You rename it relationship XML. Then you create another one with layouts, generate another file you call layouts, another one with scripts you create, and then another one combining all of those because it's smaller, they are smaller. This, account, you can do a file with all, and you do this, and this separate. Okay, when it's too big. Otherwise, you do one at once. Okay. So it's analyzing here. So we will see what it's doing. So we can see the detail. Scanning layout element for table occurrence. I'll iterate through layout in the zip XML gathering. Yeah, because this XML's the layout XML was so freaking massive that I had to, make it was a nightmare to get it done, So pretty much I had to split in multiple, like this, and then zip it. It was very, because it was so massive. See the size? Look. This was huge, right? So I narrow down to this, and then I zip it, and then I send like this. And then I sent in multiple. It was a nightmare to send it over there because it was so freaking massive, right? So, but I've done it. But it's because I didn't want to remove all the garbage because there's a lot of garbage here. So what I suggest you do, let's say you want to generate a DDR, right? But you don't want those. So you want to keep those, that's the new generation. And then you have this folder with all the old crap, okay? So you want to remove all those old stuff, right? So you want to remove all those old. So you use a backup. You remove that folder. You remove all the layout. You don't care, okay? You generate the DDR from that backup, and then you delete the backup. So you generate the DDR without this. You understand? That I realized that I could have done that after, and so from now on, if I need, this is what I'm going to do. So what it says, got it. I can generate that exactly.
People are
Oh, I
saying
know.
like when you ask like, have you used it like this? They're all like going like, no, not to
Yeah,
the
okay.
extent that you have.
So I need to, the same file sent before. So I need to send, okay, so I'm going, yeah, it's so massive. So they don't keep it what I'll deliver. So it's pretty much asked me to send it again, this file. So let's try. So I send it again. So yeah, I mean, um, so I show you that a real case scenario, what I want to do, when you want to clean, of course, you can say to ChatGPT, can you do an audit of my entire file and give me all the black points, At one point, I'm going to ask to do that, and I'm going to ask to do that, but it would take like forever to do that. So that's why I didn't ask right now. And because I was focusing on something else. But I'm going to ask to do like an audit on all the file, right? So now it's doing the same thing, right? On the new, because I don't know why it wiped out one constraint with the executive workspace was reset. So the row authoritative list right now. What that means. Okay, so anyway, use AI, but not to extend as Nick shows just now. Okay. Yeah, but I mean, when you start using for anything, you want to, okay, you can analyze a file, it can help you find the problem you have in the file. It can help you find, like orphan calculation. It can help you, broken calculation, broken scripts, broken stuff. It can help you find problems, right? You can say, okay, since you send the scripts XML DDR, you can say, oh, can you check this script and tell me what you can improve in that script because it's slow? So this is what I want to show you. Today I want to do the layout stuff, but it just said go bleep yourself. So I need to do it again. So I need to use the pro reasoning. You can see the pro reasoning is like slower, right? But much deeper. Okay. So maybe I can just let it go. And if you don't have another question, we can just land for today on time. And
Sounds good to me. I think we're good. Thank you, Nick.
okay. Okay. So I'll talk to you tomorrow then.
Yep. Bye. Have a good one, everyone. We will see you
Okay.
later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.